good. I had a good morning. How was your morning, Ellis?
Bro, it's been a great morning. Got myself up nice and early. I thought, you know what, do some weights.
I was on the money this morning, man. I knew exactly what was gonna happen.
Why? What'd you get right? What'd you pull out the magic hat this morning?
I went long on everything at like 7:30 when it dropped.
Damn, and so you're in the green right now, yeah?
And look up top. You see this Fulcrum Finance? They went live with leverage trading on Atom Cosmos. I had no idea it was even coming, but I was on the app this morning, and I saw it in the top left. It had just started. So if you see the tweet that they put out, that's all the data they have because it went live at like 6
What's
a.m.
this?
and I was on it at like 7
They
a.m.
got the same like
So you
liquidity and
see at
everything.
7:30 everything dropped. Atom went down to $11, and I got long at like 11.6, $11.06, and I think it was at 11.28 when I closed that position. But like I can fuck around with this. Fulcrum, they added Atom before Crow. Like who knows? Who knows what they're gonna bring up next,
Fuck around and find out, right, Alpha?
dude? We're gonna find out a lot today. We got a lot to talk about. So
Beans.
tweet out the room and hit that mic button when you're ready to come up. This is the Wanted Rhythm. Let's go. I sight all my people concerned. Things broken off the street. Gangsta arm up to the teeth. Got to find a solution. Push up the emoji, ladies. No. Now get complacent, that don't fit the bill. No. Can't keep still. Say we not stop revolute Babylon until. No, well, it chaka chaka down a yard, there is no smile up and no face. I take a look on the poor and afflicting no food, no in a them place. Hold on. How come the monkeys of anarchy are the only ones throwing the blood clot emoji them? Push up the emoji them. You gotta get the numbers up. I forgot. They don't understand Pathwell. Hold on. Get your emoji bars out. Doesn't matter which one you're throwing. Tweet out the room. Then throw those emojis. This is how we do it. Don't keep still. No. Now get complacent, that don't fit the bill. No. Can't keep still. Say we not stop revolute Babylon until. No, well. What we say? Chaka chaka down the yard, there is no smile up and no face. I take a look on the poor and afflicting no food, no in a them place. And then they use them young and talented, a business them a penetrate. And to the pressure we a feel it a blow up we ego. So we not keep still, no. See we not linger, that don't fit the bill. No, can't keep still. See we not stop revolute Babylon until. No, God's fire go burn. Table got to turn. More fire. Babylon you better learn. I sight up the youth's concern. Things rough they out the street. Gangsta arm up to the steel. Got to find a solution. We've been taken for granted more than once, and the effort we put in has been depreciated. When they thought that things would be a failure, the youth set find ways now to be motivated. Road and go on. We said the little city where we left down a yard. Oh Lord, rock it to side and turn it up the road. Rasta no play a road and we a hunt for the food. Oh Lord, God's fire go burn. Table got to turn. Babylon you better learn. Aside of my people concerned, things rough they off the street. Gangsta arm up to them seat. People got to find a solution. Can't keep still. No. Say we not linger, that don't fit the bill. Not keep still. Say we not stop revolute Babylon until. No. Chaka chaka down my yard, there is no smile up and no face. I take a look for the poor and afflicted, no food, no in a them place. And then they use them young and talented, the business, them up in the shades. And to the pressure we are feeling, it a blow up with us. So we
How we doing with these 2 retweets? Oh my god, you guys, I'm gonna run another track. It says can't keep still. That means you gotta be moving. People are like asking me, where do we find this music? This music is made by the Island Thunder Project. Don't get it twisted. These are exclusive tracks. We recorded this in 2012, but like, I'm blown away by the lyrics. You guys still don't understand Patois, but I swear he said something about my favorite pool got deprecated. Did you hear that part, Alice?
Yeah, bro.
It's Prophecy. And fucking A, bro, the artist's name is Prophecy. His name is Prophecy. What is going on?
That's magic, bro.
What is going on? I should just be listening to these tracks more closely, because it sounds like Prophecy is exactly what it is. So I wish I had prophesized that Adam was going to be tradable on Fulcrum Finance, bro. I wasn't ready. I went long, but I went long with $10, Ellis. You know, I was up 35%. That's only $3.50 profit.
Well, better luck next time.
But I'll take it, and I'll fucking buy Cro with it, because Cro is still at 6.8.
So is this like your thing now? Like you're gonna become like a maxi for leverage? Is this your thing?
Yeah, I'm so deep.
Damn, bro, get deeper into Crow or Bach. There's one of the two. You don't need to go anywhere else, bro. Or Thunder.
Get the fuck out of here, bro. First of all, everybody knows that my biggest position is on Tectonic, and we're 130,000 Cro deep on the Cro side. And in the past 2.5 weeks, we've got the El Cro side up to 38,000 Cro. So now we're back to like 170,000, coming back to 200,000 Cro, which is where we were before we got liquidated a month or two ago. And it was good that it happened, because nobody knew what the process was. You know, a lot of people thought that they would take everything, like when your leverage, like if you lose a leverage position on MMF or Fulcrum and you get liquidated, it's all gone.
It's weird to me, bro, how leverage it's so not scary anymore. Like, bro, I remember Robinhood. Remember that story with that kid on Robinhood? Like leverage, what happened to him? Like leverage used to be scary.
That was my experience
of
leverage. It was options trading on Robinhood, like 4 years ago.
Yeah.
Right before crypto, or right before I got into crypto.
Yeah, I think
I got wrecked, because back then, losing $2,000, which is what I think I did, was a lot. It was a lot. It was what I had to lose, but it was everything that I had to lose. So that was like still back in the sneaker days. Speaking of which, I sold my Mocha Jordan 1s this morning. Oh, break my heart. Break my goddamn heart.
You give those away?
Give them away? If they had minted out Thundercats by now, I probably would have given them away. But I hit those for retail like 2 years ago. So that was like $160 back then, and I just sold them for $550.
I was looking to get back into copping some sneakers and that, bro. But since that got a kitty,
Sneakers is always a good cop.
yeah. But that bought like bro, like I bought like what the like baby blue Air Force ones. He bought like 1,000 of them, and it just went to like went to shit. So it's volatile, man. It's just hella volatile.
Baby blue Air Force Ones. You're talking about the Virgil Abloh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, those are
not the high top.
Those are going for like $3,000 a piece. But this is not a sneaker show. You almost got me, Ellis. You almost got me giving out the goods.
Sorry, bro. My
but
bad.
This is Coffee and Cro, brought to you by Rise and Mine. Shout out to our sponsors this morning. And how's our retweets doing? 5. You guys, what the fuck are they drinking?
Bro,
it's not coffee.
Bro, it's the crofam, right? Retweet the room, people. Jeez, Alpha's here like every day providing content.
Yeah, I'll do it. I'll do it. There's 6. I'll tweet out my own goddamn room. There we go.
Man, bro,
Bach, I'm watching you.
Yeah, bro, I played my part. I think other people gonna do their part as well. Mr. Huddle, retweet, bro. Let's do it.
Vester, yeah, we're watching you guys. We're watching you. D-Rod, what's cracking? Monkeys of Anarchy, we got to give them a shout out, man. They're killing it. Showing up, throwing emojis, tweeting out the room, keeping everybody up to date with what's going on in their project. Looks like they got some momentum going here. So let's talk about Monkeys since they're performing. 7 days until their first anniversary. Let's go. Let's go, Monkeys. See what happens? See what happens, y'all? Then we start shouting out your project. They're going to have some giveaways and some raffles. Their anniversary is on the 18th. And guess what happens 2 days after that? Guess quick, because Jimmy's coming up here. That's right. It's 420. It's the Thunder Project anniversary. And, hold on, Jimmy. I got to mute you. And it's the day that Elon is going to...
Can I come in and respond
Twitter
if you don't mind?
To the Bitcoin network. What?
Can I respond if you don't mind?
Yeah, sure.
So I was at the Elon event. Apparently 3 million listeners.
Last night? I saw all you last night. What was everybody doing up so late last night?
I was listening to Elon. I was listening, and I'm a listener. Fundamentally, I'm a listener. I'm not.
He really gave it to the BBC there, Jimmy, huh? That was epic.
Well,
they didn't know what they were getting into.
Well, I have to say this. I worry a little bit about Twitter. I feel that all those journalists leaving Twitter will lead to too much truth, too much honesty. And I am not an honesty maxi. I am a dishonesty maxi. I like it when all the government-funded media is in Twitter spewing lies. Because I only like when the elite tell the mistruths so that we can go to war and kill people. Why? Why do I like this? Because I invest in military defense stocks. And if they start leaving and they cannot...
Right. That's right. I'm going to have to mute him, but you guys can check the tapes. Jimmy is heavily invested in the war machine. He buys stocks in these,
They've done very well, and they have dividends too. And they've done really well. Lockheed Martin, it's 5x, totally up 5x since last 10 years. It's pretty good, actually, for a stock.
Yeah, I mean, it's a terrible way to make money.
Investing in stocks?
I should teach you how to leverage trade.
Is it a terrible way of making money?
You should leverage trade Adam with me on Fulcrum Finance.
No, I mean, if you invest in these things, we're going to have lots more wars. And I'm worried that if the journalists have the same kind of reaction as what happened on the Elon thing. This will be remembered as the time change, where in this shift, Elon simply puts up a space and says, "This war is stupid," and no one supports it.
All right. Well, Jimmy, there's not a lot of people up here, so there's no one to really rebut but me, and I can't be the only rebut up here. So let's give everybody a chance to tweet out the room here, and I promise to keep Jimmy muted as long as you guys are tweeting out the room. But if you're just gonna sit down there and be like, "Oh, I hate when Jimmy shows up. This room sucks now," then, top right bozos act like you know. Or check this out. There's another option. Tweet the motherfucker out,
I feel like blackmailing people by letting
and
me.
then I'll keep him muted, and he'll stay because he wants to be heard. The otter wants to be heard. But it's up to you guys, Joey. What's up, Joey? Joey Steakhouse.
Where's Joey?
Joey Steaks. What happened?
There's no Joey here.
Yeah, he is. He's up here.
Why isn't he talking?
I don't know. Take it easy. Take it easy, buddy.
Joey?
It's not on my screen either for me.
You guys saw the CPI numbers, right? That's why we pumped, I guess. But I wasn't really
I don't think that's even correct. We didn't even pump that much.
Good enough for me, Jimbo. I got a nice little 30% gain on all my leverage positions. It was fine for me.
Oh, wow, look at that.
Hey, fuck you.
Takes 10x risk, takes 30% gain.
I'm trying to teach people safe investing, and it's not easy.
So, how to lose money?
No, how to make money. Ding dong.
You never made money in your life, buddy. Even if someone gave you the money, you'd lose it.
Well, give me some money and let's find out. Broke ass.
Why would I do that?
Because you want attention. You want me to let you.
Why would I give you money that you're going to lose? It doesn't make any sense.
I don't know. Now you're just bugging me. See ya. Bachfi, what's up?
Yeah, Alpha. I saw that CPI number. I wanted to kind of get your take on it. Are you still bullish or bearish on crypto?
I'm still bullish on crypto, dude, but I am just struggling with my emotions when it comes to Cro. Because, all the tokens go up and down, right? But Cro just, it goes down with everybody, and then everybody else goes up, and Cro's like, wait, hey, where's everybody going? And just stays there.
I guess the question would be, I feel like the bullish case for the last, 2 or 3 months has been this hyperinflation scenario, right? Where CPI is uncontrollable, and then we reach to a point where, Bitcoin is $1 million or whatever. You don't think with this low inflation print, you don't think that's a bearish case for crypto?
I don't know. Who even knows what the fuck? They make up the numbers anyways.
Oh, so you don't believe in the numbers?
I believe in the numbers, but I believe in reading between the lines, Bach.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm a little bit. I'm more hesitant now because the
more. You were hesitant yesterday. I'm the one that's been bullish, and the fucking chart went up.
Well, dude, that's a pump reflex, dude. Things like
pump
this
reflex. What are you at the doctor's office? What am I tapping your knee? The fuck is a pump reflex?
It pumped up just because everything else pumped up, right? For everything else, I would say is it's a pretty good. It's good news that inflation is coming down because it means that more than likely the Fed will stop increasing rates. But I feel like in this situation,
they're gonna keep the next time they're gonna increase again. We're gonna see at least another.
Well, their target for inflation is 2%, right? Which is their core mandate. But what I'm saying
their core mandate? I never heard that term before.
It's just a bullshit term. It's
we're
gonna keep mandates. Inflation, core inflation.
There's no court mandate for the 2%. They created that themselves.
It's just
historically it's always been that's been their target 2%.
You guys, it's
only been the target since the 1980s.
God damn it! It's just made up terminology to make people feel comfortable with the fact that the dollar is going to be worth less next year. That's all it is. Because the 2% core inflation is a bullshit number, first and foremost. We know
Let me come in here. Alpha,
inflation
talking a lot.
for
Let me talk.
people, like realized inflation for the average citizen is way higher than that. So
Let me talk here. Alpha, come on.
They want you to be
Alpha, come on. Let me talk here.
comfortable. That's all.
Let me come in here. Can I come in here?
You are in here.
Okay. I believe fundamentally that people do believe the Fed, and people don't want to fight the Fed. If you want to fight the Fed and lose money, go right ahead. People in the audience, don't fight the Fed. Don't be an idiot. Thank you.
Don't fight the Fed. Don't fight the feeling. Don't fight.
No, I said don't fight the Fed. Are you stupid or something?
Don't fake the funk.
You got cum in your ears?
Whoa. Jimmy, there's a reason nobody likes you. You know that, right?
Well,
I like me.
Let's not bully people here, okay? That's a bully tactic.
He gets
right
out
there.
of pocket so quick.
No, Alpha, but you don't need to like go down to his level and
yeah,
bully
you're
him,
right.
bro.
You're right. I know. I sounded
What
like
do you
my
mean no
kid.
one likes him, dude? Like
Nobody likes you.
Dude, like, you're showing a lot of bias again, Alpha. Jesus Christ, dude.
It's
But no,
implicit,
dude.
Bach. Don't worry about it.
Let's talk about like the numbers, right? Because look, I'm looking at it, right? Like the bet, because I feel like this whole thing started with that big bet that happened a while back, right? With the $1 million 90 days. Like right now, like I don't see any reason why people are gonna go away from the dollar, right? Like I think out of all the G20 countries, I think right now the US is probably like the lowest inflation country. I think the UK clocked in like 10% last month or something like that.
Yeah, but that's not what they care about. No one.
What do you mean people don't care about inflation?
People don't care in other countries about like, oh, the dollar is inflating, so we don't want it anymore. They're trying to destabilize the power structure, not the.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is like if you're a big hedge fund or a sovereign fund, right?
Fight.
But like if you're a big sovereign fund or like you're a multi-millionaire, billionaire, you have a lot of assets, right? Why would you put your money in the Chinese yuan, right? Like makes no sense. Why would you put your money in the Russian ruble? Makes no sense.
Because they're making moves, bro. They're giving each other big gold chains and shit, and everybody's clapping and they're doing something.
Dude, Russia is gonna be a Chinese colony, dude.
They're
like
doing something.
Russia doesn't have the power. The reason Russia is going into bed with China is because like they're completely destabilized because of what the U.S. has done. Like they're not working with China
So you're saying
strength.
they're just putting on a show to make it look like they're not hurting.
No right-minded investor is gonna put their money in the Chinese yuan, bro. Because like literally at any moment,
I don't know. I think that's a hot take. I think that's a hot take.
They can unilaterally devalue their currency to and they've done this so many times, right? To play with
Hyper, go right ahead. No, Hyper has his hand up. Go right ahead.
Jimmy, hold up. Now I'm fucking muting everybody. Look, you can tell me that I'm a dummy. You can call me names. But if you start fucking calling on people, you are out of here. Okay? This is my goddamn show. Hyper, what's up?
Wait, did I call you your name?
What? No, you're good.
Oh, all right. Yeah, I was just gonna say for the whole what Bach sentiment is you need to start by asking yourself, why would anybody in the first place in other countries use our dollar? And if you go from there and see what happened to the dollar, you can see why they would be very eager to use any alternative. And evidence of the dollar being dropped is the gold being thrusted over $2,000 an ounce.
It was $2,000 an ounce 2 years ago.
Shut up, Jimmy. That's because they don't know about Bitcoin too. Like we're still
What are you talking about?
We're still educating the masses, Jimmy. Some of us are just jumping in Twitter Spaces talking.
Well, so you're saying that China that buys gold doesn't know enough about Bitcoin? I think they know a lot about Bitcoin.
No, I think that
the masses don't understand.
The masses now? The majority of buying of gold is from central banks.
Well, physical tangibility. People like physical tangibility too.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, but gold is heavy, man.
Exactly.
Gold is heavy. You know what's heavier? My balls on your face.
All right, that's enough, Jimmy.
I'm sorry.
Get him out of here. He'll be back, of course.
Bouncers.
Balls on my face.
I'm not gonna lie, Alpha. He got you with that one though.
I know. I asked for it.
That was pretty funny. No,
It
the
is the
hyper,
top
dude.
of the-
Hyper. I
don't get excited. We are checking the charts. These numbers are brought to you by Crypto.com. Please, for the love of God, don't let them be your daddy. That means get your tokens off the exchanges. Bitcoin is still over 30K, $30,315. ETH is at 1,900. Matic is at $1.12. Cosmos is at 11.39, and Cro just watching 6.8, down 2%. Thanks, Cro. Big winners for the day so far. Ellipsis is up 14%. Numbers Protocol up 9. Adventure Gold up 8. Solana still in the top 10 at $24.60, up 7%. Rally, Request, and Aragon up 2.8. Fucking A, man. Oh, look at all these.
Dude, what the hell are these prices off of? Like, Jesus Christ, bro. How much is Bitcoin? You said it was. How much was Bitcoin for you on your screen?
They wanted like 30K, a little more.
30K and what?
30K and change.
At
300. 33.
300. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
What was Solana?
But if you drag it, it says 30,153.
It's even worse. What was Solana?
Man, fuck you. That's lower. How can that be worse?
I can buy 30K right now on the spot market for 64, 30 and 64.
No slippage.
No slippage. Just order book. You just pay maker or taker fee.
Amazing. You got to start buying my Bitcoin for me. Let's go to Dead Render.
Hey, what's up, man? Where the hell do I put my dot? I'm getting my token off the exchanges.
Oh, shit. We still haven't figured this out.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's still, I know I've looked around before. It's been a minute, but CDC gives you 11%. I want to say usually you get dot, like they have their own platform, right? And I know you can stake there, and I want to say they give you 12%, or they used to. And it's been a long time since I've looked at it. So I should really know. That would probably be pretty centralized if it was their own platform, right?
Yeah. I mean, your highest yield and your best security is holding the token on its chain, because the only thing you're going to be able to hold on Kronos is a wrapped version anyways, right? So hold it in your DeFi wallet and stake it on its own network for that 12%.
Yeah, I gotta look into it. But it is still actually just did 1 3-month lock yesterday. I shouldn't have, but I broke down and did it anyways. It's the only token that I have on the exchange anymore, though.
It's all good, man. Those 3-month lockups, like I used to do it with Matic, and I was getting like 12% or something.
It was great with Matic. It was awesome. But then
amazing.
Yeah, they dropped it. So I moved it, and my Matic's now chilling in the MMF. I know a lot of people really don't like it, but it's getting a decent return. I've got it in that ST Matic, so it doesn't really suffer much in permanent loss, and I get like anywhere between 150 to 200%. And I just swap the MMF for more Matic.
And that's for a staked Matic trading pair?
Yes. And then I got the Polycats, and I get 1% boost for 3 Polycats. Actually, 2 of them are hypers.
I got to start doing that, man, because I got Polycats and I'm not utilizing. So
yeah, I use the model of teamwork makes the dream work. So like if he's stacking Matic, it's a win-win if I can, help him just aggregate APYs. I pay I pay forward trust, so nobody fuck me over. Because I'll fucking fuck your ass up.
Tell him, Hypers. We got the same birthday. Hyper is me, and I am Hyper. So don't fuck with us. We give you enough rope to hang yourself with, and we highly recommend you don't hang yourself. You know?
But we'll help you tie the knot if you've never been a Boy Scout.
Ooh, baby.
Let me come in here and reply.
I don't know, Jimmy. It's thin ice with you.
You know, I'm not a big fan of locking tokens up. My advice is you stake them on the network as a validator. Become a validator. I was a validator for different scam projects like Aptos.
How much Matic do you need to be a validator? It's got to be at least 100,000.
Yo, I heard from, I think it was Mr. Hoddle who said it. You only need, and somebody can correct me if they know better, but I'm pretty sure it was 100 Avalanche, and you can open up your own subnet on Avalanche. Give me a thumbs up if that's right, Hoddle.
No, it's like
No.
10,000. It's like 100,000.
Oh, I was gonna say.
Yeah.
A subnet and a validator are not the same thing.
No, I know.
It would be cool to have a subnet on AVAX, but it's a lot.
Yeah, but the subnets haven't done that well. I don't think that many people made money.
I know. I didn't say profitable, Jimmy. I said cool. I said it would be cool, but
what's not profitable is not cool.
Fuck off. Look, we gotta give props to the solid projects. AVAX is a solid project. You know?
No, it's not. It sucks.
Polkadot? Does Polkadot suck?
Polkadot's bad too.
Bro,
okay,
AVAX,
let me ask you. No, Alpha. Let me ask you a question. In one sentence, what is special about Polkadot?
It's about interconnectivity.
Super simple.
Yeah. But what actually does that mean in terms of how they built Polkadot?
It allows usually independently isolated blockchains to communicate with one another with essentially wrapped tokens is the best way they figured it out.
That's not true. So the way that Polkadot works is everyone and their security is connected through parachains and the auction system. That is what's special. No one else.
So you said the vocabulary. Define what those.
No, the auction system is what matters. Cro doesn't have an auction system. Avalanche doesn't have an auction.
We appreciate the fact that, for the most part, you know what you're talking about. Hyper also really appreciate the fact that he's doing his own research and really taking it seriously and bringing it in here. And we're here for all of it. So if you've been doing some research, feel free to hit that mic button and tell us about it or ask questions. You know, there are no dumb questions. This is Web3. All of it is brand new. Everyone's learning, even Jimmy.
I would agree with you. There are no dumb questions. Just like Hyper, there's just dumb.
Watch it. Work. What's up, buddy?
Can you explain to me what is Bitcoin?
Okay, in a sentence, Bitcoin is a decentralized value of money system on a blockchain where it takes 30 minutes to send stuff with nodes that require an actual ASIC machine to burn down your house from China.
You don't have to burn down your house, and it doesn't have to come.
I can't hear you over my ASIC machine. What did you say? It's running behind me.
It's actually, I'll allow it. Dead Render, what's up?
So another question. I know you play with Solana a little bit. I have a bunch of Sol I've had for the last year, just collecting it, and I use Marinade as a Solana protocol. You get a 6% or something that you normally get with Solana. So my Sol is essentially growing there, and then you stake that, and you get
Sol is growing.
Yeah.
That's nice.
But it's not very high APY. It's all fairly low, but I've just had it staked there forever. What do you use?
I'm actually not holding any Solana at the moment. I sold it when I was in Puerto Rico. It's
you need to pay for those prostitutes, right?
Yes. I was down there with my family, buying prostitutes. Exactly. We've only got 50 minutes left here, folks.
Isn't that a song? I sold my soul in Puerto Rico.
That's the one I was referring to. Yes.
Oh, well, you guys are cooler than me, man. Bach, we don't have anything pinned up top here, so I'm at a loss. I'm forgetting all.
Well, I'll just say a few things if you don't mind. Can I say a few things?
No.
Okay.
It's yoga time. Roaring Wookie will be back. Ellis is on his goddamn conspiracy theories already. We know about Binance and Australia, but CZ does not seem worried about anything. Repost the instructions for Tectonic Cro. Wash, rinse, repeat.
It's gonna be interesting when
No
CZ
follows.
goes to
Shut
jail
up,
and
Jimmy.
people say, "I told you so."
God, I muted myself. That's how goddamn messed up you got me right now. Chill out. Chill. They asked about Cro on Tectonic. And this is important because I don't know anywhere else in DeFi right now that you can get a 10% APR straight up on supplying Cro and borrowing USDC. That's a 10% APR. 7% on the Cro and 3% on the USDC borrow. So there's a reason that we got up to 37,000 Cro in 2 weeks, because it's that good of a deal. All of the Cro is going into the Cro isolated pool side of Tectonic Finance. So let's do a walkthrough. You got Cro, you go to Tectonic, you go to markets, you make sure that you click on isolated pools. There's 2 different sides to the whole structure now. So you go isolated pools, click Cro, click use as collateral. You're going to have to do 2 transactions, and then you can supply Cro. After you supply it, you got to give it a minute, because this can hang you up if you're new. So don't get discouraged if you supply Cro and then you go to borrow USDC and it says you can't borrow any. Keep clicking on it. Sometimes it takes 3 or 4.
The reason why is because the UI refreshes, and it's slower to refresh than the network itself.
Blocks. Yep.
Yeah.
So give it some time. Try it again. Maybe refresh the page, and then you borrow USDC, and you're actually making a positive APR on the borrow. Now, I'm very careful about when I buy the Cro with the USDC, because it's like being on a swing, right? You get on the swing and it's not moving, and you got to get it moving, right? You got to pump
build momentum.
But you got to give it momentum at the right times. You wait till it's coming down and then you push. And then you wait till it's coming back and you push.
I bet there's a perfect word for that.
And that's how you get these things going. And now that Cro pool is just cranking for me. It's making 5 or 6 Cro a day, compounding itself.
Yo, if anybody is having an issue and it's on an iPhone specifically, I have an iPhone, just a side-by-side UX, and I've had success by bookmarking the URL app.tectonic.finance. It doesn't want to use the hyperlinks for whatever reason.
100%. You got to type it in. Excuse me. You got to type it. I've told you guys this on a few other shows before this. So don't forget to check the tapes and tweet out the goddamn room. How many we got now? 16. Much better. Crypto Cavern, I appreciate the question. This is the wash, rinse, repeat. I'm going to put his tweet up top so I don't forget what I'm talking about here. So you borrow the USDC. When Cro is under 7 cents, I buy it. When it's over 7 cents, I go to Tectonic and there's more USDC collateral for me to borrow. Take it out. Maybe wait for it to go back down. Maybe sell a couple pairs of sneakers. Maybe buy some Cro with that. And just keep it moving. Can't keep still. That's what the song means. You guys are putting it all together now. Good for you. 45 minutes on the clock. Who's up next? Did we cover tectonic enough? Does everybody get that?
There was one more thing. Like if you're exclusively single-minded on the loaning to borrow, which is not a bad idea. Like personally, I think it's an awesome opportunity to do that. Just don't borrow as it's peaking, because then you'll get liquidated when the price of Cro goes back down. So use the underappreciated value that you're borrowing against as collateral to do whatever you can find to be the most profitable thing to pay that back before Cro is more expensive, I suppose.
Yeah, see, I do that sometimes, and Bach yells at me, and now he left. I don't know what happened to him. But I was taking the USDC collateral and putting it into ApeCoin, because when ApeCoin was under $4, like that's just a no-brainer buy to me, because Ape is a huge degen play in Web3 in general. Like, there's a lot going on with ApeCoin. And
anything with the word ape.
It likes to be at 420 and above. So when it's under 4, I buy it, and that fucker always goes up. So I can't say that I'm wrong.
Well, think how much they're worth. How many people minted probably like, a few dozen that are now down to maybe like 1 or 2 dozen. How much bread they have liquid, and just their capacity to manipulate the market to whichever end they want. And that's going to be the case.
Able to do. I mean, we can talk nice about him because he's not here, but like just being involved in that ecosystem, he was able to create staking for all Bach holders, which was who knows how many.
Definitely gets way too much more shit than is warranted. But the only reason he gets the shit.
Jesus.
The thing is, I'm just real with everybody. The only reason he gets the shit that he does is because he fuels the same fire. Like the cool kids in school are the cool kids in school because they either literally don't know, so they never act like the cool kids in school. Like every celebrity has haters. It's a colloquial. Like if he just didn't acknowledge
Keanu Keanu doesn't have a fucking hater.
I hate Keanu.
Honestly, that may be an exception. After the fourth Matrix, some people had fucking
fuck that. He sucks.
Did you know that Elon Musk's middle name is Reeves?
I never enjoyed the acting. It's just like,
you didn't like the Matrix, dude?
What do you mean you don't like Keanu?
No, since Speed, I haven't liked Keanu, and I was like 13 years old.
What about this? Tell him, Winston, I'll kill them.
So I've never even seen John Wick, and I know it's a good movie.
You think John Wick is gonna redeem all of those bad movies? Come on.
I've never even seen John Wick, and he can't be as bad as Nick Cage. Like Nick Cage is
just as bad. And I hate them for the same reason. You know what it is? It's nepotism. It's Hollywood nepotism. Both of these guys.
It could be. It could also be.
Are in the industry and they just fell into it.
Yeah, but why they continue to do this, like the self-deprecating stuff? I think it's the rat race that everybody finds themselves in, like relative of what theory you're on.
That's what I'm saying. Like they got no acting chops, 0, and they made it.
Oh, I mean, I don't know.
There's Arthur and Ben Stiller.
I know what I'm talking about. It's in my.
I used to be a celebrity actor. I was very famous, but I chose to retire.
Shut up, Jimmy. My son was so good in the school play. You guys have no idea. He's 11 years old, and there were high school kids in the play, and he dominated, okay? It's in his blood. I was in the Babysitters Club.
He dominated, eh?
You guys don't know what you're talking about.
Bro, I was in a play when I was in kindergarten. I was a fucking sheep in the play. I killed it.
See?
Can I just come in, Alpha, if you don't mind?
You're saying, Jimmy.
Alpha, please. Let me just say something. I've been an otter in multiple Hollywood productions. Whenever you see an otter on screen, that's me.
A river runs through it? What?
What do you mean? What are you trying to say? Are you trying to say something racist?
Name your goddamn IMDb credits.
Oh, right. Okay, very simple. Earth, with the episode about otters. That'd be the first one.
Movie.
It was a movie to us. I mean, the camera showed up.
Your whole story is falling apart, Jimmy.
I was in an ecology class and I was watching a movie. You can look it up. It's called the Beaver Movie, and they were showing about like how much the beavers influence their environment, second most to humans. It's actually fascinating. But
when I was a kid, there was a movie called The Bear. It came out. It was about a bear. There were no words. It won an Oscar, and I went to see it in the theaters. Like, that's what movies were like when I was a kid.
But dude, so there was this creek that they were building this dam on.
Do you even know that movie? No.
I said no. I've never seen The Bear.
You're too young. It's called The Bear, and there were literally no words. It was 2 hours.
I know of silent movies, if that's what you're referring to, but no, I haven't seen The Bear.
1920s.
But yo, they measure this creek as it gets bigger, as they dam it up, and how many beavers wide it is. It starts off like 2 beavers wide and ends up like 400 beavers wide. That's the literal measurement they use.
I have no idea how we got here. Bach, where have you been?
Oh, sorry, I had a call.
We had a call.
A call with a psychiatrist.
Oh shit, Jimmy.
Actually,
no, dude, you are right, bro. I do have therapy sessions with I guess I don't know if she's a psychiatrist, but I guess she's a therapist.
Doctor, I scammed a lot of people today. Was it because
you forgot that this is a mental health space, Jimmy? Jesus. Go ahead, Bach. I hope you feel like this is a safe space.
Wait, Jimmy. So let's go with that. Like, yeah, I scammed a lot of people today.
Let's go with that. Let's go.
What does that have to do with anything? Tell me.
Well, it's very simple. If you blame your parents because you rug things, you're finding an outlet that has nothing to do with you, blaming the world for your mistakes and your own psychopathy.
Okay, I'll take that deeper. I think
I bet you take it deep all the time.
I sure do.
See, now he's out of here.
No, don't kick
Jimmy.
off
Every
Jimmy.
time you got nope.
Don't kick off Jimmy.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
Jimmy's entertaining. But
I'm pretty sure otters are asexual.
That means they can have babies with themselves?
No, they just like are non-preferential to anything sexual, really.
They always come back. I don't know what kind of sexual that is, but every time I boot them, it's just request.
Oh, I thought you meant a real otter. I was like, dude, where are you finding real otters? Dude, every time I find an otter in real life, they always come back when I call them.
Well, we're getting short on minutes here.
But
we got 38 of them.
I'm going to be posting mad pictures of goats and sheep and shit that I'm going to be working with, which is where I've been, but the other guys will see.
Cool.
But hey, I'm getting shitted on because, I'm using Twitter again, and I called
You're not using it right.
Bach, you only get shit on because you dress up like a toilet.
Oh, shit, dude.
What does that mean?
Like, he's playing the part in the pageantry. Like,
dude. All right, I get it now. I'm old, Hyper.
No, dude, look.
Stop dressing up like a toilet, Bach.
I wanted to call out some shit, right? Like, dude, let me post the pinned tweet up here, dude. Because, like, I was like, bro, like, this shit makes no sense.
No, but that's what Hyper's saying is you can't call out shit if you're dressed up like a toilet.
So look. I'm a DeFi user, DeFi maxi, right? I believe in this whole thing that we're doing. And I called out the DeFi wallet because I was like, bro, there's a dApp called Troll Swap that's listed on there. You're not gonna list Crow-C, Bach, whatever. I
know, but I got over my Troll Swap thing. Remember, like they fucking trolled me and then they blocked me and.
But dude, look at what I posted, bro. This is I don't use the DeFi wallet solely. I have other DeFi wallets, and like this is what a DeFi wallet looks like. That's unbiased. It is not like all the apps are not peddled by like insiders.
No, imagine what the DeFi wallet would look like if all the projects could just put themselves in there.
No, it's not about. No, that doesn't make any sense. Even that doesn't make sense, right? All I'm saying is like, look at the difference. I pinned it at the top, right? That's a DeFi wallet that I regularly use. Look at the dApp selection that they have there. And
what's it called?
Dude, doesn't matter, bro. Like people
are gonna just tell us.
Fuck off, Bach. What the fuck's it called?
First of all, Bach, charge your phone. Second of all, why don't you have a SIM card? And third of all, is this even you? How do we even know?
I have like 9. I have like 9 phones in front of me with no SIM cards, so I understand the no SIM card shit.
Well, It says 8:32 a.m.
We just time warped.
Well, look, Alpha. I posted up there. You know, I just think that the DeFi wallet can do a lot better. I'm positive on Cro.
The DeFi wallet can do a lot better.
I'm positive on a lot of different things. You know, I just think that like objectively, you know, like
I actually know exactly what you're talking about because I just downloaded a few. I don't know which one you're referring to, but like Core or like.
All right,
even
wait.
MetaMask.
We're getting more questions about the tectonic thing. So let's dial it back for a second and take it to the DeFi wallet. That's where you're going to find tectonic, right? But everybody's having issues if they click on the DeFi wallet logo, not the DeFi, you know what I'm saying? The tectonic down in the charts. So what you have to do is go to the browser, right? Type in tectonic.finance. Maybe even do /markets. Let me go to the DeFi wallet and see what I have bookmarked.
I just threw it up top the way that you have to do it because what's
go to
wrong
app,
is
app.tectonic.finance/dashboard. That's what I do.
Yeah, the enter app
bookmark it.
That enter app hyperlink is just not functioning on iOS.
Yeah, it's just not working. So type it in, bookmark it. Now you're in tectonic. Okay. Now you need to recognize that there's two sides and two separate pools. There's the main pool where you see like 8 tokens that you can supply or borrow. You can't borrow a token that you've supplied, right? And you can't supply a token that you've borrowed. You can repay. But what you want to do right now is you want to go to the isolated pools, the new section on the right. Because over there, the APRs are different. And even the lending amount, borrow amount is different. You can't borrow as much against your Cro collateral. It's actually 10% less than the other side. But if you do the process I've been talking about, it works to your advantage because of the fact that when you supply the Cro, you're getting 7% APR. And then you can borrow 60% of that as USDC value. And you're getting a positive APR of 2% on that borrow because they're charging you 2 and paying you 5% APR in tectonic to borrow it. So I borrow, I buy Cro, I come back, I supply the Cro. I borrow more USDC, and I make sure that I'm playing the waves, the rhythm. Cro goes up, I borrow. Cro goes down, I swap the USDC for Cro. I go back to tectonic, I put it in. Cro goes back up, I borrow. Cro goes back down, I swap for Cro. I put it in tectonic. I borrow USDC as it goes up. These are just the daily kind of fluctuations that you can play. Same like how I do with Fulcrum and MMF. I love doing Matic because it's a little more volatile. It goes from $1.08 to $1.15, back to $1.08, back to $1.15. If you go long at $1.08 and take it out at $1.15 and then go short, it works every time.
Yeah, but the negative side of this alpha is if you have a huge drawdown in Cro, right? So if Cro unexpectedly crashes to like say 4 cents, 5 cents, in a really fast manner.
I've been there, right? I did it. I borrowed at 9 cents and we went down to 5.
But on the flip side, if Cro goes to 12 cents,
the good news for everybody, since we only have a half hour here, is that they tell you what the liquidation threshold is and they tell you what the penalty is right there in your little dashboard. So when it went under and I hit 100% on the lava bar, they took 10% of my Cro, sold it for the value that it was at the moment, and got the lava bar back to 90%. And I think that's a totally legit way to run a supply and borrow protocol. You don't get fully liquidated if you hit 100. So just know that.
Be conscious of the value of your assets. Yo, does anybody use D-Bank?
No.
Yo, get on
In
that
the
shit.
DeFi wallet?
Yeah, it used to be a hyperlink off of E3S, but I just bookmarked it and never got rid of it. I like it better than 10 personally, but there's like you have to use your desktop, but like a messaging thing on the interface, and I want somebody to talk to. Single Finance just messaged me. It was the first person that ever messaged me and felt fucking flattered.
Single Finance hit you up, huh? What did they say?
I don't know. It could have been an automated message, but it came with $1. I'm not complaining about that.
Single Finance sent you $1?
Yeah.
Sounds sketchy, dude. I gotta tell you.
You got to check out the interface. It's not entirely rolled out, but it's sort of clean. It's actually an app you can download as well.
Yeah, take it. Do you want me to supply a crypto with crayons graphic on how to do it for muggles? Yes, Cole. Yes, of course. How is that a question? Crypto with crayons is a great idea. And Cole would be great at it. You know, take some screenshots, draw on it with crayons, and talk in a nice British accent. Everybody will listen.
Yo, Bach, if you had a second later, I've been thinking about some concepts that could potentially be applied or used inspirationally for the Bach network, or just in an attempt to make an alternative.
What Bach can I build?
What would you build? A shed?
No, dude. We built a perpetual Dex.
Well, send me the URL.
See, now you got my wife fired up, Hyper. God damn it.
What? Are you supposed to have built a shed?
She said a shed?
I'm sorry, yo.
Look what you did. No, a perpetual's Dex. She needs a goddamn shed.
What's the URL?
It's going to be live on the test net. And for 30 days, we're going to run a trading contest. So you don't have to spend real money. And we're going to see who's really a good trader. Who's really doing what they say they're doing. I put my receipts on Twitter for y'all. So.
Yo, what's the name of it? Yo, let me fucking be the critical feedback,
You are the critic.
Criticizing guy. Before it comes out, bro.
Jungle Dex.
Word.
You like it?
I do.
Good.
I'm trying to think of because there is a follow through theme with like the VVS minor moles to the safari with the meerkats and all that shit, the chimps, the jungle. Like, where would that go? There's the desert, I guess. Like something.
Jungle. That's what I was saying. Is the jungle's for everybody. And I'm glad you brought up the VVS moles because their game just went live this morning. Like a couple of hours ago. So who played it? Who's going to come up here and tell us about it? Can't believe there's 50 of you in here and no one's going to come up and shout out the VVS moles.
And they're partnered with Tectonic. You could stake them with the cruisers to boost them. Oh, and that was the other thing. Instead of using it as collateral,
boost them. Yeah,
you could stake your T. It's called TL Crow or some shit. You could stake it right on Vino for more Vino.
L Crow, yeah. That's what they want to know. That's what everybody wants to know about. And if anyone's confused, because I used to supply L Crow and borrow USDC against it, the APR has changed. So now I'm only doing regular Crow. I withdrew the L Crow, went to Ferro protocol and swapped L Crow for Crow with a little bit of a bonus. And
what do you mean a bonus?
Well, it's like one L Crow is 1.03 Crow.
Yeah, but you're only going to get what you staked if you unstake it over the 30 days because during the initial exchange, you only get.
I used to use, what was the first one that came through? The first
Argo.
Argo. they gave you like a penalty, bro. They like hit you with a 10% penalty when you swapped
But
out.
you could do the same thing. You could trade it on MMF or on Crow Swap.
Yeah,
Just
but
like
for people
you
that
can
didn't,
trade Elcro on Candy, Board Candy for the town or whatever the fuck.
oh yeah, swap El Crow.
I just
Board
saw it when I
Candy.
saw your Thunderpool stake thing there.
Well, this is why we need better aggregators, Bach, so that we have a place that we can go and know that we're swapping for the best price without searching every dex on Chronos individually.
There's two that I found that are pretty much summarized all of it, maybe three if you're a fan of Dex tools. But Open Ocean is fucking phenomenal, and some things on Crow, I prefer Dex or Bog to Dex aggregator.
Bog Dex. I've never used Bog Dex.
Bog Dex is really good. And it seems like they draw their emblems from the scanners. Like if there's a image file embedded in the scanner, like an icon, like the Crow official tokens would, it imports that to the whitelist after you import the contract.
Yeah, we got some big surprises for people with Thunder coming up. We got our 1-year anniversary coming up in a week. A little more, 8 days.
Can we get Imagine Dragons to sing Thunder?
Yes, live in the spaces. It's going to be epic. It's going to be epic, folks. Now, if no one's going to come up and tell us about the VVS Minor Mold game, and we're going to have to go play it ourselves, that's fine. That's fine. We can talk about it at 420. But I do want to talk about the fact that Chronos Chain official is reaching out to us and asking if we should burn Crow. And not only that, you see people tweeting about it. You see everybody getting fired up. No pun intended. About a burn, and we still have no price action when everybody knows it's buy the rumor, sell the news. So if Crow is inflating and we're not seeing the
You mean deflating or inflating?
Yeah, it's deflating.
inflating.
No, the options were burn it, deflate it, or do nothing. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, but I think one person had a good take on this. It was the Crow Swap guy. What was his name?
Hank, he's our sponsor, bro.
Yeah, Hank.
Oh, the Crow Swap
had a
dude?
good take on it. It's like basically like it doesn't make sense to like you burn the token. You know why even come out with that many token in the first place? Because I think most of those tokens were never in circulation. It'll be different if they did like something where they bought it and they burnt it, but they're just burning their own supply. You know.
What if they did like Alpha
and that feels
said?
like a trick, because most people don't understand the blockchain that well yet. So they see burns and they think, all right, supply reduction. They don't know that it's an Ethereum Crow burn and that it wasn't in the circulating supply.
Well, it's all one supply, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, but I mean, when I think circulating supply, I think Chronos trading supply.
It should be at least close, kind of like
I think they've
dollar peg tokens. But I was gonna say, like I think the burn mentality is really kind of like instant gratification mentality and thinking. Like I want this now, I want the value now. And when like there's a ton of alternatives. Like what if they were allowed and rewarded smaller validators and reduced the threshold of Crow you needed to have a validator node, so that the few people who were loyal the entirety of this time, whether they're can afford a million Crow.
Yeah, locking it out of circulation is just as good as burning it to me.
But it's different though. Did you lock that out of circulation by buying it, or did you lock it out of circulation because you already had it because you were the creator of it? If I buy a million Crow and lock it, that's a positive thing.
No, but if they lower the threshold,
is it out of circulation already?
It'll incentivize users like Hyper and me and Ellis to buy Crow and start a validator and lock it up.
Yeah. It'd be way more feasible. But Box
Not to mention
implying
the fact that it would be actual DeFi. You know,
Box implying that though that the purchase order for the Crow is printing the Crow, because the Crow already, if the Crow is already in existence, then reducing it from the market. That's why knowing the lock schedules on different vaults is really important, because the parabolic curve of the value peaks, happen however often that they happen. So
oh,
if you lock,
speaking of unlocks and vaults, the Shanghai upgrade went live today, didn't it?
it's I think at 12 o'clock UTC. I don't fucking know the universal
Yeah, I thought it
time
was
zone.
supposed to go live last night, and all this ETH was supposed to get unlocked and dumped on the market. And
I heard a perspective that I agreed with way more, and it was that way more people would be willing to be a validator knowing that they have that liberty.
that's what I think.
That's what I would think too.
I'm
Like,
one of the people that locked up ETH before I understood any of these mechanics, or whether or not I'd ever get it back. I staked it in Coinbase 2 years ago, and they were like, you can get a good APR, and you can unlock it when ETH 2.0 comes out.
they kept pushing it. They were being fucking assholes about it.
I know, and then I took it out when they let us get a wrapped version of it.
Yeah, but they gave you like a fraction of the value.
No, it ended up being good for the people in here.
Just the relative amount of ETH that I had staked to the Coinbase wrapped ETH I got in return was like several $100s and different.
Huh.
I can go back on Coinbase and actually probably check.
Nah, sorry that happened to you, man.
Unless
I almost lost all that ETH. If you remember that story.
Oh, when you sent it to crypto.com.
I sent it to crypto.com as the Coinbase wrapped ETH, Coinbase staked ETH. CB ETH I sent, like a ding dong.
That's interesting that they can edit the. Is it because that you sent it to a wallet they had a control
of? They made up their
of?
own token, right, for the staked ETH, and then they let me claim some, and then I sent that token to crypto.com. So crypto.com didn't register it as anything because it's just a token that they don't have, and I had to give them $150 to find it, send it back to Coinbase.
This sounds like a mob.
What?
It sounds like the fucking mob. Yeah, we can get that back.
Yeah,
it's right in the pocket. It's gonna be $200.
But once you learn that lesson and you never make that mistake again, everything's yours. You don't have to mess with the mob. Just keep it in DeFi.
Bro, my lazy horse is still on crypto.com NFT because they never told me it was a one-way trip.
Yeah, my Lizzie is lost in crypto.com somewhere.
I can find it. I was gonna do my chimp first, and I'm fucking grateful I had.
Back in the beginning, they used to help you. I think it was $50. They said $50 and we'll find your NFT and send it back to Kronos. But I think it got to be too much because they stopped doing that. Now it's tough luck. See you later. Speaking of which, 17 minutes till we got to get out of here.
All right, yeah. Enjoy your day, everybody.
See you, Hyper. Who we got for projects down here? Nuggets. Possessed Pirates. What's up? Where's all the projects today? Gray, what's going on?
Yo, what's up? Morning, everybody. Just wanted to pop in, say hi. I'm about to be flying back to Denver later today and get on filming this next video. But I hope everyone's having a great week so far. Been a little busy for me to get in here. But much love. Been checking the tapes here and there when I can. And I'm feeling pretty bullish right now on the CPI data that came out today. Just kind of really feeling like the bull run is about to start for us in crypto. I'm not sure what's going to happen in the traditional financials markets right now, but I feel like a lot of people are kind of shaky on those markets and just kind of on the dollar in general and want to find like a better store of value. So that's why I'm so bullish on the crypto bull run being like potentially coming back into effect. So
I gotta piggyback off of that. That's a great fucking observation, because one of the biggest issues is figuring out how to onboard, and rather than having all of these like sophisticated psychological fear mongering, cortisol
We
dumping
took all
things
those
from all
away,
angles.
bro. We
No, no,
took
no, no, no,
all
no, no,
those
no, no.
fears.
Wait,
We
that's what I'm saying.
did.
Like I understand that, but what's just going on that like gets people all fucking like nervous and like flustered? This is like a solution that you can provide them that isn't with malice. You're not taking something from them. It's like, listen, if you're afraid, this is. I promise, I'll show you. I've done it myself. Like, you know.
No, and we took all of those fear-mongering cards off the table. Like when ETH 2.0 went live, we reduced the energy consumption by 99%. You know?
Yeah,
And that news
I'm
story
talking
went
about
away.
more like
When
bigger
listen to what
issues.
I'm talking about, bro. When Bitcoin got to 30K, MicroStrategy became in profit, and they lost that news story about, oh, Michael Saylor is down $800 million. Michael Saylor is in $2 billion of losses. Now, Bitcoin only has to be up, a couple grand from 29K, and they're in billions of dollars of profit. And they
Yeah.
lost that story. So, like, what are they going to say this time when everybody's trying to get rid of their fucking dollars?
That's the thing, is it's gonna be either the lack of security through like hacking wallets, like the risks that come with self custody and how irresponsible people have just a tendency to be. That's going to be it's going to come down to a freedom, liberty over security compromise, and they'll be like, so many people, this many people this year fucking lost this many dollar values in cryptocurrencies due to unsolicited
Well, yeah,
ransomware
they're
attacks.
gonna keep talking shit, and they're gonna keep buying shares of MicroStrategy, because that's
Well,
how they're getting sneaky exposure to Bitcoin at
well,
this
their
point.
goal is to get you, even if you, to get your Bitcoin off of the Bitcoin network. Like, even if it's in the form of wrapped Bitcoin on their network with the authority to edit the ledger, because then they can freeze your the wrapped Bitcoin on your wallet. Like, your Chronos DeFi wallet can be frozen. It can be, you are given permission. It's a privilege essentially for you to use their private roads, if you can consider it like that, where Bitcoin is the public street, that there's no cops, everybody's the cops type of shit.
But just for the listeners, and especially the people that listen back, like, what they've told us, and Chronos Chain is brand new, let's remember, is that is the goal, to decentralize fully the Chronos Chain, so
Well,
that
then with this burn survey, this seems like the perfect opportunity to reduce the validator threshold and just equally redistribute the rewards. Why does it have to be 10 people making
or burn the
having a fuck
rewards,
month?
burn the transactions, lower the
Or
threshold, burn the transactions.
or let it be up to the validator, and then let people, stake with whichever validator's mission statement they line up with the most.
What do you guys think? Bach, work?
Bach, these are conversations that like the founding fathers of any blockchain would have to have. So if you're serious about the Bach network, then where are you at with this?
I don't know where any of these guys are at.
Dude, this motherfucker right under me has a goddamn horse.
They're all engagement farming me today.
Probably
Wait, what
sucking
was
each other up.
that? I'm sorry.
Sorry, that was a cock in my mouth.
What? Oh shit. What was that? What was the question, Hyper?
What was the question, Alpha?
The question was, do you agree that they should
What are you saying
lower the
about my horse?
threshold?
Hold up. He mentioned my horse. And all the rest of it's
God.
it
You
doesn't
just had
matter.
to bring up the horses.
My horse is the only thing that matters. I'm
My
kidding.
horse, my horse.
My horse. I like Mr. Ed. You remember him? Anyway, I think that decentralize it 100%. Burn what you want. It's good for everybody. Buy your crow. Don't burn your crow. Don't do that. But wait for everybody else to do it.
Burning is something in my mind a philanthropist would do. Like, oh, I have like Elon Musk has 90%, just for instance, 90% of the
like all those
dough
smarty
supplied.
pantses from the group chat that we were talking about yesterday in the spicy jungle. All those guys with 1 million crow, it's like, burn some of that shit. Since you don't know what you're talking about, burn it.
Or redistribute it somehow.
But Buck, don't you think they should lower the validator threshold and allow us to validate the Kronos network and burn the transaction fees? Don't you think that's the best bet?
Yeah, or at least get some authority.
God damn it, hyper ass Buck.
But how are they going to make money, Alpha? Like, those transaction fees are a revenue generator.
Well, he's saying if they're honest with their intention of being truly decentralized, is there anything like logistically where it just wouldn't work? Using the opportunity with that survey to burn or inflate. What if they just reduced the threshold of how much crow you needed staked, so more people had smaller validator nodes, and instead of the top 10, everybody just got equally distributed the transactions that were being processed?
Yeah, but we keep forgetting that crypto.com needs to make money. Like you know how much like probably capital expenditure they spent like in 2020 and 2021, 2022.
I'm not saying like it even has to happen tomorrow, but if they can make their bread and then be happy with their crypto.com exchange and then just dissolve a lot, of liability.
Like, you have to remember, Kronos is a private chain, right? Like, there's invite only. I think they recently invited someone new that does infrastructure for blockchain. So I honestly don't believe they're gonna do what you're thinking. I mean, it would be nice, right? It would be a positive thing to keep the chain decentralized, but more than likely it won't happen, right? Like, people.
Is there some way that we can run something that operates kind of more or less parallel to Crow that is that?
I'm bearish on more EVM chains. I think we don't need more.
EVM versus.
I'm with you.
Like, dude, look, you have to understand, like, Kronos
as opposed to what?
Kronos is basically like a clone of BSC, right? It's like the same model. Like, Binance is the exchange, BSC is like the like, we can't kid ourselves. Like, that's what happened, and that's why we're bullish on it, because we saw
Hyper. I need you on a more important mission. I need you to check this pinned tweet, see what's going on with these NFTs that look like yours.
Well,
somebody changed their
agree with Bach.
description.
He's a great man. I think he's very smart. I think that
I thought I was a scammer, Jimmy. What do you mean, dude?
No, I would never say something like that. It's in the recording. I'm saying it now.
We need. You're.
Why are you interrupting me while I'm saying nice things about you?
I know.
I don't want you to say nice things about me. I'm the boogeyman.
I really believe people should take what he says seriously. He's very keyed in on the ecosystem. Fundamentally, he's also extraordinarily experienced regarding the ecosystem. Since
I don't like this stuff,
I don't like it either. I'm muting both of you. I like what Paper Hands wrote here. He wrote, "I wish more people would do proper research before buying shit that doesn't even look good." I got nothing on that. Thanks for coming, everybody. Jesus. What do you think about the MetaMask launching direct fiat to crypto on-ramping? This is bullish.
Can't you do that in like the app Minted with Google Pay or some shit?
You can do it in the Crypto.com DeFi wallet if you have it linked with your Crypto.com app.
You could do it even on any business bag.
You can do it on Board Candy. I
just started looking there.
They added a fiat on ramp. I think these are all bullish signals, y'all. It's not like we're going to get away from centralized exchanges, but more options is more better. More money, more DeFi.
Work smarter, not harder.
Please, try.
Yo, what up, Alpha?
What's up, D-Rod?
Shit, man, just welding. Quarter panel here at work.
Welding now the young girl
one.
It's
Take a picture of
welding.
it to your dudes.
Oh my god, I'm playing this track for D-Rod. This is like one of my favorite old school reggae tracks.
Hey,
Nobody knows.
I got I guess a topic or a question for everybody, but I posted it up top. I don't know if y'all can see it, but like Savage Street has post he just did about the Croops. And I was just curious as to what you guys' thoughts were on the topic.
Yeah, what's wrong with Croots?
I don't know. I can't see it yet.
I'm just
because he says derivatives. What's your take? Do you like having the cheaper option to own? Does it pay homage or royalty to the original artist? Is it good for marketing or taking your potential buyer, real community, or straight cash grab? Like, are you on the side where you think derivatives are bad, or are you on the side where you think derivatives are good?
Me personally, for this particular project, I mean, there's no association with the original, so it's not that I'm against derivatives, right? Like for you, as an example, right? I mean, I was against it because you didn't have a Bored Ape, right? You have a Bored Ape and you got derivatives, then it makes sense, right? You're a Bored Ape holder, yada yada. But here, it's almost like in the same boat that you were in, right? Like, if do they own a use? They probably do. They probably don't. I'm not saying they do. I'm not saying they don't. But that's where I guess I took the line, more or less. Does that make sense?
But D-Rock, even if they own a Ute, Frank has said that Utes are not open like how Yuga is with the IP. So
but people just wanna know that, like even these Bitcoin apes, like all they're doing is fighting with each other about who are the founders. Do they actually own an ape like they said they did? It's all they talk about.
Yeah, and to answer your question, I'm not a fan, right? I don't own any Croots because it's like, yeah, I would own a Ute, right, with no utility, whatever that might be, right, but I don't personally own a
I
Croot.
got one. I bought one off secondary. It's got this Admiral jacket that one of the homies actually drew the trait. Oh God, now I'm forgetting his name. But
my take on it, I think, is just NFT culture. I think whenever a popular project comes out, it blows up. You see a lot of derivative collection being made after. That's actually a very bullish signal, in my opinion. But it all depends on like your risk tolerance, right? Like if you're going into a derivative projects, don't ape in and put like things more than you're willing to lose, right? It might be a flip or a trade where you could like get in early, flip it after, and that's what happened with the Utes, like right, like if you got in like early, you minted on the mint day, you could easily flip it for 2x, maybe 3x, but long term, yeah, like it does take a lot to build a community out of it, especially on a derivative. So I don't know, D-Rod. I think it's culture. I don't.
Yeah,
think
but you
it's
see, someone changed their description on Solana.
No,
now
dude,
it says.
No, that's not, dude. Someone just fucking inspect element to that shit and just took a screenshot, bro. Like, don't get tricked. That's not what it says on Magic Eden.
It's not even proper English.
And there's definitely money being made with the project. That's without a doubt, right? People were able to make projects, a lot of people, but I feel like it also takes away from like any good that the project could really do, right? Because the originality isn't there. So like they got a game coming out.
I
I
worry
think
about
that's
the
what I
long
saw.
term. Yeah,
Yeah,
for
long
derivative
term.
projects, I worry about it. But I'll tell you what, D-Rod, I hope everybody drank their water and brushed their teeth, because I am playing this track for you. This is my guy, Iroy, from 1975 with a tune called Welding. Make sure to remember to tweet out the room because we always have more people listening back than showing up. Shout out to our sponsors at Rise and Mine, going live today on Arbitrum. That is built by the Cro Swap team from right here on Kronos. This might be our new morning song, actually.
But I want not done my do this time of the morning.
At this time of the morning.
I mean, last time, come to get my welding done. All right, I want like you, sister, step forward, yeah.
Come to get me welding done.
According to the fields. Now, sister, love, you got to wait until I...
Lots of love, crofam.
Yeah.
We'll be right back here at 4:20. Roll your own.
Welding now where the young girl want. Welding, yeah. Welding now where the young girl want. Welding. And all around Jamaica when you can hear them talking about them soldering, as I would say. I man say welding now where the young girl want. Welding. I kinda like my hustling touch. I can make them young girl move like a roach. Yeah. And give them soldering.
What was that?
Soldering where the whole lady want.
Oh.
Soldering.
Welding now where the young girl.
Soldering. I man see welding now where the dogs want welding. I use the mountains, the green of the grass. Blacker the girl, the sweeter her. Welding now where the young girl want welding.
Lots of love, y'all. Peace.